Good morning. Welcome to Florian Hall, today's graduation ceremony. My name is Brian Alkins. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Boston Fire Department. I would ask you to please stand for the grand entrance of our recruits. Please remain standing as we have the posting of our colors.
On guard, hope, death, face.
We will now have the singing of the national anthem by the Boston Fire a cappella group.
On guard, present. Oh.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On guard, order. Oh. On guard, right, face. Forward, march. Left, right. Left, right. Left,
Please remain standing as we have our invitation by Father Daniel Mahoney.
eternal and loving God, creator of the human family, made to your own image and likeness. We ask your blessings on these firefighters graduating today from the Boston Fire Academy. Always bless them, O Lord, in their work. Grant them your blessings to their families as well. Grant to each of them the courage, the strength, and the wisdom in the performance of their service as members of the Boston Fire Department, the Braintree Fire Department, the Newton Fire Department, the Medford Fire Department, and the Reading Fire Department. No matter what city or town or fire department we come from, the insignia that graces our Class A uniforms, we are all brothers and sisters in the fire service. It is the same heat, the same smoke, the same fire that we all face in the performance of our duties. May each of us in this hall this morning always be grateful for the gifts and the talents that we have received in God's providence. And may we also be grateful for the service in which these firefighters give their lives for and the duties that they will have in the years to come. May St. Florian, our patron and protector, be with these new firefighters and all firefighters as we ask God's blessings upon all of them and all the men and women, uniformed and civilian, of the fire departments represented here today. On this day especially, may we remember in prayer those members of the Allied forces, especially the American military, that made the supreme sacrifice 75 years ago today on D-Day, World War II, on the beaches of Normandy in France. For this we pray, in God's name, amen. And congratulations to the recruits, to the graduates today. And as we say, stay safe. And I say to you, stay safe.
Please be seated. It's my honor and pleasure to introduce the Honorable Mayor Martin J. Walsh.
Thank you very much, and I want to welcome everyone here today. I want to thank Commissioner Fenn for his incredible work, President Rob Petiti, Firefighters Local 718, Captain John Gallagher, the drill master, and everyone at the Academy. To the family and friends joining us today, welcome and thank you for being here. Everyone in this room should be so proud. I also want to thank City Councilor Tim McCarthy, who's here. Tim McCarthy's been a city councilor, he's in his 6th year, and he has never missed a firefighter's graduation. I want to thank you, Timmy, for your support to the Boston Fire Department. I want to thank Father Mahoney for his prayers and blessings and looking over all of us here in the city of Boston, and Father John Ooney, the chaplains of the fire department. Thank you very much for what you do as well. To all the graduates, congratulations on taking this oath today. Many of you will join the Boston Fire Department, and I want to welcome you and congratulate you. To the others, ranks of cities and towns, Newton, Braintree, and Medford, congratulations. You should be proud of what you've accomplished, and your family should be proud also of what you've accomplished. Over the past few months, I know many of you, all of you have grown so much. You've learned from and have been trained by the best in the country right here in Boston. And you know that the journey's tough, but you've all made it, and congratulations on that. And I think we should give them, our recruits, the new firefighters, a round of applause. As Father Mahoney just said, it doesn't matter what city or town that you represent. The firehouse you'll be joining, the mission will be the same: to protect the residents and the community from harm, and to be the ultimate example of public service. Being a firefighter is one of the most important and toughest jobs out there. It's also one of the most noble and fulfilling careers you can have. By taking the oath, you promise that you'll always be ready and willing to respond to a call, no matter what the circumstances or what the danger is. I see the bravery in our firefighters every time that I am at the scene of a fire. Already this year, we've seen some major challenges and fires in our neighborhoods. One of the worst is the 9-alarm fire in East Boston. It affected thousands of people and forced residents in East Boston to evacuate their home. It was a disastrous fire, but luckily, there were no serious injuries. That's because of some of the quick action of our firefighters from all over the city and beyond who came to our aid. They showed the spirit our firefighters' dedication and teamwork have every single day. We're also thankful for the hard work they do every day, and we're just thankful for every single time that our firefighters respond to a call. One way we show our gratitude is by making sure our firefighters have the best and most updated equipment to do their job. In Boston, we're in the process of replacing all of our fire apparatus. In the next year's budget, which the City Council will be voting on in a couple of weeks, we're going to be replacing 8 more trucks for a total of 48 new trucks over a 5-year period. We're replacing a brush truck, which will help our firefighters respond to wood fires. We're also replacing the biopacks that will help rescues in tunnels. And we're investing another year in funding industrial level cleaning at our firehouses to create healthy and safe environments for our firefighters. Over the course of the next 4 years, we'll be investing even more to improving our firehouses. A few years ago, the Boston Fire Department and the city's public facilities started a study on best practices to firehouse design. All of this came out of Commissioner Finn's insistence that we continue to make improvements and move our fire department forward. One of those design changes is making sure living spaces inside firehouses are safe from contamination. We're improving personal gear and cleaning facilities as well. You'll see these changes reflected in the construction of our new firehouses in Engine 42 in Roxbury and Engine 17 in Dorchester, which a total investment of over $48 million. And soon we'll start a study in the design phase of replacing Engine 3 in the South End and Engine 37 in Huntington Ave. Just so people in this room know, the last time we built a firehouse in the city of Boston was over 30+ years ago. So it's important for us that we do not forget. And these firehouses, many of them were built before D-Day in 1942. So we have to make sure that we continue to make the upgrades. Under Commissioner Finn's leadership, the Boston Fire Department has become a national leader in raising awareness about firefighters' health and safety. They'll help lead a change in culture, especially when it comes to reducing the risks of cancer. I want to thank the command staff and all of the fire department for their efforts to look out for firefighters and their families. And to all the new firefighters here, know that your leadership is always looking and working to find new ways to protect you and future generations of firefighters. And your city will always support you. And you're about to spend your careers risking your lives for us and going to do this every day so you can help this health and safety of our people in Boston. I just want to say a couple things because of the anniversary of D-Day. I also want to thank our veterans that are here today, because you put your life on the line already for us here in our Commonwealth and our country. And I want to thank all the veterans, and I want you to remember today, let's remember those men and women that stormed the beaches 75 years ago, that put their life on the line to allow us to have a free country that we have today. So thank you to the veterans and to the people that lost their life 75 years ago, and thank you to the veterans in this room today. Lastly, I want you to just remind you all to look out for one another. You're going to have some tough days ahead, but you can depend on your fellow firefighters for guidance and support. They will become your second family. Remember to take care of yourself as well. Learn from the experienced firefighters in your firehouses. They have a lot to teach you. Make sure you take care of your families as well when you go home. And if you need support, we have it here for you. Again, to all of the firefighters that are going to be pinned here in a few minutes, congratulations. We are proud of you, and we can't wait to see you continue to do great things in our city and beyond. Congratulations.
It's my pleasure now to introduce the Commissioner, Chief of the Department, Joseph E. Finn.
Thank you, Mark. To Mayor Walsh, elected officials, City Councilor Timmy McCarthy, City Councilor at Large Anisha Savvy George, President Petiti, our dear friend Father Dan, Assistant Chaplain Father John Ooney, welcome. Good morning to our newest recruits. Congratulations on this great day. It's not been easy, but you have truly earned it. I would first like to recognize the command staff of the Boston Fire Department. Chief of Operations, Field Services, Gerard Fontana. Chief of Operations, Support Services, Jackie Walsh. Deputy Commissioner of Labor Relations and Human Resources and Legal Affairs, Connie Wong. And Deputy Commissioner of Administration and Finance, Kathleen Judge. I would also like to recognize Braintree Chief James O'Brien, who's with us today, Medford Chief Frankie Gilberti, who's also present, and Newton Chief Gino Lichetti, who was recently sworn in as the Chief of Newton, and to your command staffs. To our newest firefighters, I would first like to say congratulations. It's been a long 21 weeks. For those veterans in the class, I'd like to say thank you for your military service. And to those who came to the class through the Par 8 bilingual selective certification process, welcome. Your language skills are surely needed as the city continues to grow and diversify. This class is the most diverse class since the consent decree was lifted in 2003. Of particular note, this class includes the first Asian American female ever hired by the department, as well as the first Vietnamese American firefighter. You're all now proud members of the oldest and finest fire department in the nation. To the newest members of the Braintree, Medford, and Newton Fire Department, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you and your families. It's a great day for all. I hope that the training you received at the Boston Fire Department Training Academy serves you well in the communities you'll be serving. Know this, you've been trained by the best, and you'll forever be part of the Boston Fire Department extended family. The many weeks of studying and drilling on Moon Island are finally over, and now the real-world training begins. Our world is a very different place than it was prior to 9/11. Terrorism and the threat of terrorism are forever present, as we all realized back on Marathon Monday in 2013, and continue to witness too many times each year. The training you received in fireground operations, emergency medical response, hazardous material incidents, technical rescue, as well as terrorism, are only the foundation. You need to continuously build upon those skills so you're always the best the city has to offer. The citizens of Boston and those who visit here deserve nothing less, and in saying that, a lot will be expected of you. In return, you have the privilege of being called a Boston firefighter. Your training has been rigorous and demanding, and you are a second class of recruits to take part in the National Firefighter Cancer Cohort Study being conducted by Dr. Jeff Burgess at the University of Arizona. Boston was lucky enough to be one of the 3 cities throughout the country to be selected into this multi-year study. This study will follow these new firefighters throughout their careers, and they'll be screened and tested annually. Early detection is the best treatment, and hopefully this cohort study will be a game changer going forward for cancer in the fire service. You're the 5th class to go through the O2X Human Performance Program. The first full week of your training is dedicated to the O2X program. O2X is a holistic approach to health and wellness. It taught you how to increase your physical endurance and stamina, as well as the benefits of good nutrition, how to manage sleep deprivation, along with good stress management and behavioral health tools. This class lost collectively over 280 pounds of body fat. Almost, that's a pretty good number. Not as good as the last class. The last class was 300. They had a few extra bodies. Almost a 6% decrease in body fat per individual. Average muscle mass gained by almost 2 3/4 pounds, and every member improved in all 5 key performance indicators. The indicators are the planks, pull-ups, push-ups, body weight squats, and the 1.5-mile run. Keep using these O2X concepts throughout your career, and you'll have a long and healthy one. We have set goals of training the entire department in these techniques within 3 years. Currently have over 1,200 members trained in the O2X human performance concepts, and hopefully over the next 2 years, the entire department will be trained in the program. The secret to longevity as a firefighter is being in peak physical condition and mentally resilient throughout your career, and the O2X program has given you the tools to do that. You received the best training, and thanks to the unwavering support of Mayor Walsh, we will continue to move this job forward. I talk to the mayor on a regular basis. It could be about an overnight fire, or him just calling to see how things are going. His genuine concern for the well-being of the firefighters is always present in the conversation. He truly appreciates the hard work of the men and women of the Boston Fire Department. The mayor mentioned a bunch of capital improvements, but I'd like to take the opportunity right now to thank him personally for all the investments he has made in this department. In his first 4 years as the mayor of the city of Boston, he invested over $100 million in capital improvements in this department. This department didn't see that type of investment in the previous 15 years, and yet alone Mayor Walsh made that happen for us. So I just want to say thank you, Mayor, for all you've done. I would like to thank Deputy Chief David Walsh and his staff in the Personnel Office, as well as the staff in the Human Resource Office, for the hard work to put in this class and getting it processed. My thanks to the Training Division under the leadership of Deputy Chief Steve Schaefer, District Chief Marty McCormick, Drill Master Captain John Gallagher. There's no better drill master than Captain John Gallagher, let me tell you. As well as the instructors, your hard work and dedication is truly appreciated. To the families and friends, congratulations to you. You have witnessed firsthand that this was not an easy task. Enjoy the day, because this is your day as much as theirs. To the new firefighters, I wish you a long, healthy, and successful career, and keep in mind, you'll get out of this job what you put into it. So come to work every day with the attitude that you're going to make a positive impact in someone's life who truly needs it. There is nothing more rewarding and gratifying than helping someone in their time of need. Again, congratulations and thank you.
I'd like to now introduce the President of Local 718, Bobby Petiti.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Florian Hall, the home of the Boston Firefighters. I'd like to thank Mayor Walsh for all the support that he's given the Boston Fire Department since he became the mayor back in 2014. Not sure if everyone's aware, but our relationship with the previous administration was very contentious. Later, when you walk out of the hall, go through the doors, notice to your left, there's going to be a glass wall. That is the Local 718 office. That's where you go if you need a police-friendly Local 718 sticker for your truck. And now that you've completed your drill class, I'm sure there's going to be one or two of those purchased in the near future. It's where you go when you add your new wife or your kid, when the time comes, to your dental plan. And it's where you go if you have a problem at work and need the union's help to resolve it. But look at the glass wall before you walk through that door, and you'll see something else. You'll see the words, "Participation is the key to success." Just below that, you'll see a few more words. 242, never forget. 242. Those words are there so that we never forget what happened on January 9, 2009. January 9th was the day that Kevin Kelly went to work and never came home. Kevin's badge number was 242. Kevin didn't die in a fire. He didn't have a building fall on his head. He died because the fire truck that he was on didn't have any brakes. It didn't have any brakes because the previous mayor didn't care about the fire department. He didn't care whether the fire trucks we ride on had brakes or not. He didn't care whether we had the training we needed to do our job. He didn't care about us or our families. That all changed on January 6, 2014. Coincidentally, almost 5 years to the day Kevin died. That's the day all of our efforts, all of the participation of the members of Local 718 were the key to our success. That's the day Martin J. Walsh became the mayor of the city of Boston. And since that day, he has shown how much he cares about our families. Just want to thank him for his constant support and friendship to every firefighter in the city of Boston. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Also, I'd like to thank Commissioner Finn and the efforts he has made to put the Boston Fire Department on the national stage. His efforts to provide safer working conditions and proper training have been exemplary. Boston is leading the way in trying to figure out why so many of us are dying from cancer and what we can do to prevent it. Thank you, Commissioner. And now I'd like to congratulate all of today's graduates, sorry. A little more than 22 years ago, I was in your seat One of the things I remember down at the academy is Lieutenant Jimmy Borden saying, guys, you have the greatest job in the world. Enjoy it. You'll be surprised how fast time goes by. Well, it does. Time flies. So enjoy every minute of it. Know you all just completed your training, and you're all wicked smart. But do yourself a favor. When you get out to your firehouse, keep your mouth shut, at least for a little while, and just observe. After a while, you figure it out. You know who the players are and how the game is played. My first boss was Billy Tobin. Fortunately for me, Billy took me under his wing. When I first got to the firehouse, I was put on the captain's group. And that's because the captain wants to make sure that you know what he expects from you. The senior man of the house at the time was Jimmy McDonald. He was a great guy and a great firefighter. Jimmy grabbed me right away and he said, hey kid, this is the chief's house. Now the house I was in is over at Eggleston Square, District 9, shares quarters with Engine 42 and Rescue 2. You see that red phone over there? I said, yeah. That's the department phone. If that phone rings more than 2 times and you're in the firehouse, you're in trouble. So I listened a little more. We have a person that does the watch here. That person answers the phones and makes announcements to the rest of us when we have a run or any type of business that takes place. So you don't pick up the phone on the first ring. If the guy on watch picks it up and you pick it up, the person on the other end of the line thinks we don't know what the hell we're doing over here. So you have to wait. You have to wait for that first ring. But if you hear the second ring, you better start moving in the direction of the nearest phone. And before that second ring stops, you better answer it. You see, this is the chief's house. If the chief's happy, we're all happy. You know what I mean? To this day, when I'm in the firehouse, I still listen for the phone. It was a great learning experience. Don't sit on your hands. If you see something that has to get done, get up and do it. Don't wait for someone else to step up, but always watch and listen. If you jump up too soon, it makes us all look like we don't know what we're doing. But if you time it just right, you make us all look like superstars. Congratulations to each one of you. You have the greatest job in the world. Don't screw it up. I'm sure you can't wait to get out to the firehouses. When you get out there, remember the words of one old grumpy chief. Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut and have people think you're an idiot than to open it up and remove all doubt. Congratulations to you all. Good luck out there, and make us all look like superstars. Congratulations.
I'd like to now introduce the drill master of Moon Island, Captain John Gallagher.
Mayor Walsh, Commissioner Finn, visiting city councilors, President Petiti, Chief O'Brien, Chief Gilabretti, and Captain Gentile from Newton, family and friends of the graduating recruits, welcome. On January 2nd, 2019, this recruit class convened at the Boston Fire Department Training Academy to begin a 21-week firefighter training program. Today, I report to the Commissioner of the Boston Fire Department, his command staff, and the chiefs of Newton, Braintree, and Medford Fire Departments that these recruits have all completed and passed their initial firefighter training. All aspects of emergency response were addressed both in the classroom and in the drill yard. With the knowledge learned and the skills in hand, these graduates are ready to take their place alongside their fellow firefighters during emergency response to accomplish the mission of the fire service, protecting life, property, and the environment. To the family, friends, and loved ones of the graduates, welcome to the extended family of the fire service. I report to you that these firefighters have been provided with and trained in the use of equipment they will use to protect themselves while safely responding to and mitigating emergencies of all manner. Responding to emergencies, whether it is a fire, medical, or hazardous material incident, is physically and mentally stressful.
To address this issue, these firefighters have participated in a human performance program designed to provide strategies to help them become resilient to the mental and physical stresses of their chosen profession. They are ready to report to their assigned companies where they will continue their training while serving their respective communities. To the graduating firefighters, you arrived at the academy as individuals and you graduate as a class. As a class, you committed to the task at hand and achieved one of the highest passing rates on the Firefighter 1 and 2 certification exam in my tenure at the training academy. You performed above expectations in the skills training in live fire evolutions. You represented your departments honorably on the occasions when off-site training was conducted. You are ready to go to the field where I have no doubt you will commit to the task at hand, which is service to the public you are sworn to protect. Congratulations. Job well done. You've been truly a notable class. All this could not have been accomplished without a cadre of dedicated instructors to guide, teach, and instruct you both in the classroom and on the drill ground. They have set the example for you in many ways, most importantly in the concept of teamwork. Just as operations on the fire ground require a team effort, operations at the training academy require a team. At this time, I would like to recognize and thank the academy instructors for their commitment, dedication, and hard work that brought you here today. The instructors are Lieutenant Robert Quinn, Lieutenant Daniel Gomes, Lieutenant Robert McGrath, Lieutenant John McDonald, Lieutenant James Haynes, Lieutenant Scott Boyle, Lieutenant David Mahoney, Instructor Michael Spence, Instructor Mariano Hernandez, Instructor James McLaughlin, Instructor Edward Horn, and Instructor Sheila Leahy. Please join me in a round of applause to show appreciation for their work. Lastly, today marks the 75th anniversary of the Allied Forces amphibious landings on the Normandy beaches during World War II. Every day we are the beneficiaries of their heroic efforts as we enjoy freedom in our democracy. By remembering the commitment, sacrifice, and courage of these combatants while performing the heroic deeds of D-Day, we honor those who are at the tip of the spear of freedom. Sunday, June 9th, marks the 126th anniversary of the Firemen's Memorial Sunday at Forest Hill Cemetery in Jamaica Plain. Firefighters from Boston and surrounding communities, family and friends and guests will assemble to recall firefighters' commitment, sacrifice, and courage in the performance of their daily duties in service to the public. By remembering, we honor them. Commitment, sense of duty, courage, and sacrifice are the qualities all firefighters aspire to attain and incorporate into their work ethic. This is the tradition of the fire service that has been passed down through the years by those who came before us. This is the tradition we will pass on to those who come after us. Thank you. All right, at this time we'll present the certificates and badge and have the badge pinning ceremony. All set, Chief? Yeah. It's not here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I got it right here. Okay.
First, gentlemen, before we pin badges, we're going to have you all stand and repeat, and we're going to administer the oath of office, so please stand. After state your name is your name, okay? And then for the surrounding cities and towns, when I say the city of Boston, you state your city or town, okay? Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and the ordinances of the City of Boston, that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a member of the Boston Fire Department, and will obey the orders and directions of my superiors. To the best of my ability. Congratulations.